Do you ever feel tired? Not physically, but like you're energetically drained. You see, that's what happens when you fake who you are. And most people are faking it every single day, pretending they're confident, pretending they're happy, pretending like they don't care what others think. But deep down, they're hollow, disconnected, because they're living out of alignment. They've traded truth for approval, and it's slowly killing their spirit. We live in a world full of filters, online and in real life. People are terrified to be seen for who they actually are, even me. So we do what we think is best. We build walls. We construct spiritual fortresses to keep the world out, thinking that it's going to protect us, but it doesn't. It actually drains us, because pretending is heavy. It takes an enormous amount of energy to perform a role every single day, to wear a mask that you think will keep you safe, but it only keeps you stuck. You're not just tired, you're misaligned, and that's why life doesn't feel right. No matter how much you try to fix the outside, when you're not being you, you're not just lying to others, you're lying to your nervous system. You're telling your subconscious, who I really am isn't good enough. And your body hears that, it feels it. It carries it like a low hum of anxiety, self-doubt, and inner conflict. It shows up in your relationships, in your lack of confidence, in your constant need for validation. Because you're not operating from truth, you're operating from fear. See, we're all made of energy, and energy doesn't lie. It's not about what you say, it's about who you are. Your frequency is always broadcasting a signal, and when that signal is out of tune, when it's not you, it creates resistance. You can't attract the right people, the right opportunities, or the peace that you're craving because the universe is responding to a version of you that isn't real. You see, authenticity isn't just some spiritual woo-woo, it's energetic alignment. And alignment is power. When you're in alignment, when your thoughts, emotions, and actions match who you truly are, you stop leaking energy, you stop overthinking every move, you stop attracting chaos. Instead, you move in flow. You speak with conviction, you walk with peace. And other people will feel it too, even if they don't understand why. Because authentic energy radiates.
Hey guys, real quick, just want to let you know, recently I've created something called the 180 Protocol. It is a community designed to help people inside level up mentally, physically, and energetically to become their best self and succeed in life. So if you're interested and you want to level up, links in the description. But anyways, let's get back to the video.
So if you feel like you're sick of being inauthentic and feel like there's more to life, then buckle up, because I've got some practical solutions for you to apply. Number one, start to know yourself. You can't technically be authentic if you don't know who you are. Now, for some, this can be really easy, but for others, this can be really difficult because they've forgotten who they truly are, purely because they've been playing into the tricks of the ego and mind, being someone that everyone else wanted them to be. So here are some ways that you can learn or relearn who you are. Spend time in silence. How can you find out who you are if you can't even spend time alone? I find that a lot of people are scared of solitude because they fear what they think. But you need to come to understand that you are not your thoughts or your limiting beliefs. The majority of thoughts that you fear is the game of the ego, and the ego is not your authentic self. So find time to sit in silence and simply observe what comes to mind. Don't judge, don't try and control it, don't try and run away from it. Just observe it. The second thing you can do to know yourself is journal and ask questions. Journaling is a great way to understand your thoughts and see what limiting beliefs you actually have. When you find out why you're thinking these thoughts and what you're actually thinking, it becomes so much easier to try and solve these mental battles that you may face. And remember, the right questions will always bring you to the right answers. So the last thing you can do to help you find your authentic self is actually go on a walk. Some of the greatest minds in the history of mankind were fond of walking. They found that it was an activity that was low in stress and they could actually allow their thoughts to think. So if you want to find out your morals, your values, your core beliefs, go on a walk. Ask yourself questions. It's another great form of meditation. Number two, let go of external validation. You cannot be authentic whilst chasing the validation of others. You are basically telling yourself that your self-worth is in the approval of how others see you. And this subconsciously sends inadequacies to your brain. So the only validation that you should be seeking is your own. Now, some simple ways that you can overcome external validation seeking is to practice saying no to things that don't genuinely align with your core values. Make decisions based off of what feels right to you and not what others expect you to do. And reaffirm that you are enough as you are. Number three, be vulnerable. You see, vulnerability is the truest form of authenticity. It is about the acceptance of what is with the removal of fear-based rejection. So you technically can't be authentic without being a little bit vulnerable. Vulnerability strengthens authenticity because you're showing that you're not afraid to be who you are. And some of the best ways that you can do this to actually be vulnerable without going overboard if you don't want to, is just share some truths with someone you feel comfortable to, or say your thoughts and opinions in conversations. Number 4, align your actions with your core values. Authenticity is about living in a way that aligns with your self, beliefs, and values. Obviously, to do this, you must first clarify what your core values and beliefs are, and then work in alignment with them. However, if you feel like something's off, it's usually a sign that you're out of alignment and the beliefs that you hold might not be yours. And this will create resistance. So whenever you feel like that, take the time to ask yourself, is this actually my higher self speaking, or is this someone else's belief that I am tacking onto? And when you start acting in alignment, your life will change for the better. Trust me. Because truth is, you've always been enough. You were just taught to doubt it, conditioned to hide it, and programmed to forget it. But your true power has been there all along. And it's not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to change. So authenticity isn't just about being honest. It's about being you. And when you do, things will work naturally for you because the world starts to meet you at your truth. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.